On our way to our investigation out in Sound Beach. We're going to be driving out there. We're going to be talking to the people. And we're going to actually film our way out there. We'll tell you more about this investigation on the journey out there. Anything you want to add, Ange?
That's it. I'm just waiting for Christina to get here so we can be on our way. We're all loaded. We have all our hand equipment, so that'll be good. And something's biting my leg out here. Alright, we're back in the...
Okay, we're on our way to the investigation. Angelo is driving, as you can see. So we should be there all within...
2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes on a 45-minute drive that it would take me. In the back here we have Christina.
Hello.
Hi, Christina. Do you want to give us an update what this is about, seeing that you know more about this?
Yeah. Sorry, I have my sunglasses on. It's a little bright for my eyes. Basically what happened was a friend of a friend, they had a psychic reading at their house. They recorded the session, and then after everyone left, they listened to it. And over everyone's voice, over them speaking, they heard help. So they decided to leave the recorder out overnight, and they heard it again on another recording. And they have a son who is autistic, and he's been getting up lately in the middle of the night, and he normally doesn't, and has been waking up between 2 and 2:30. So they're thinking that maybe there's something in his room. So what we're gonna go do right now is go check it out, see what we could do to help them, and figure out who's saying help and what's going on.
Okay, here we are. We just arrived.
Just arrived.
Okay.
It's a little longer with Angelo driving than I thought, you know?
GPS.
Someone's GPS.
Wasn't a good
gave us the
GPS.
wrong
So here is the property. Okay, we're going to walk up to the door right now, so we'll give a little introduction on the way.
Alright, so the little bit of information that I have is the house was built in the 1930s. A husband built it for his wife as a surprise. So that's all we have right now on it. So we'll see what we got when we go inside.
And like we said in the car, that they feel that the son may be feeling something, and they had a psychic party here.
Yeah, and they heard some voices on the recorder over their readings. But it also says here that when they moved into the house, that there was a set of rosary beads hanging.
Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta get that picture of that.
Yeah, and they have never moved them. So
okay, good.
That's great.
Let's go take a walk. Let's go see what we get. Equipment here.
All right.
I'm Chris.
I'm Christina.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm Angelo.
How you doing?
I'm coming in.
How are you?
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so the way we're going to work this is we're going to sit down here.
Okay.
And we're going to ask you a couple questions. What you felt, what you think might be, what's been going on. And then we're going to run our equipment, and we're going to see what we can find. We're going to close out for a second. We're going to then put everything on a tripod, and then we're going to do the interview. So we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask some questions. Why did you call us out? What is your concerns?
My concern is I had a weird things have been happening since, actually even before we moved here, so we don't know if something came with us when we moved here, but stuff has been happening with our son as a baby, right? And I had a psychic party last week, and
well, just so you know, I'm old and I'm deaf. Can't hear you for nothing, so you might want to speak up.
Okay, I had a psychic party last week.
A psychic party?
Yes.
Those are fun.
Yes, it was fun. It was really fun. Everybody recorded their readings. My husband went last. He recorded his reading, and then when everybody left, we were listening to each other's readings, and something came across on his reading.
And what came across?
A voice saying help.
Female, male?
Can't tell.
I can't tell.
Non-descriptive?
Everybody I play it to, somebody says it sounds like a little kid,
Somebody says it
an
sounds like an
older
old lady.
woman.
Yeah.
It's always different. Everybody that I show it to.
Okay,
says
can I hear that?
Yeah, sure.
It's within the first few
Yes,
seconds. But
7
like,
seconds.
The first time, like you missed
I know I
it.
was
you have to
with
play
this woman by myself.
Does it sound like a whisper?
It's a, yeah,
more
it's like
like a-
somebody whispering into
Like
it.
talking right up to the phone, and he had the phone on the counter.
Do it again?
That was the harsh voice.
Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just go up to the camera and just play it to the camera?
Okay.
Usually if you do it twice, you can hear it better, because the first time you miss it a little.
I heard it right away.
I know it spooked me out when
Do it again? Okay.
That's good.
That's great.
I hear a woman. That's what I hear, but.
Now the psychic also told us, because there's been rosary beads hanging from the ceiling in the basement since we moved in. We won't touch them, just left them there.
We didn't touch them.
We didn't touch
Until
them. My daughter's boyfriend put them
My
on.
boyfriend put them on and was walking around in the basement. And I told everybody, do not touch
Touch
them, leave them where they are, and
And
he put them on.
So I have a
Now,
question.
yeah, me too. Did
After the, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ange.
things start to happen after he touched the rosary beads? I know.
My son
Yeah,
waking up
he started
at
waking
2
up,
o'clock, between 2 and 2:30 every
Right
night.
after that incident.
Probably
Yeah, we
2
can't-
days.
Yeah, we're really not sure.
I mean, within a day or two. I mean,
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
We just know that it was close.
okay, so
So you could have interrupted something.
it's an attachment.
Yeah, it was never touched.
Because we didn't think of anything really until we heard this voice.
Did you
That is
speak
fun,
to
come together.
the past homeowners regarding those rosary beads?
We didn't, but
No,
when we had the psychic here, she said at the end that she heard a voice saying rosary beads in her head throughout everybody's reading.
Before she knew there were rosary beads
Before
here?
she even knew. And then she asked, is there something to do with rosary beads? And then I told her about the rosary beads in the basement. And she
Told her
said
about it,
it's
putting
an
them on.
older lady that lived
Oh,
here.
I was just
I
gonna.
got goosebumps.
Okay, so
Said it
I
was
feel
an older
that,
lady that lived here, which we know the owners of this
I
house.
feel a lady in her 80s
Said that on
actually.
the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did actually, but I do, now, I told you I couldn't feel anything.
I didn't see
Have you
anything.
felt anything? Do you
Um,
always feel like, or do you ever see a shadow pass by and you'd be like, there's something in my
I
eye?
do feel like sometimes that somebody's like over me, but.
You
Okay.
feel like the back of your neck,
Yeah.
somebody's touching you,
Yeah,
your
just
hair
like
rises a
somebody's
little
like,
bit,
yeah.
or
Breathing
a
on
little
me.
bit. You do
Yeah.
feel
Has
that.
anything moved in your house from one place to another where you thought maybe you misplaced it?
All the time, but.
It's not to mention it, you know. Okay, so what did you see?
I was in bed and my son
Was in his bed.
was in his bed sleeping, and I was laying on my bed, she was laying there, and I woke up because I heard like a bang. She actually woke me up, that there was a noise, and she thought like somebody was in the basement or something. She heard a bang.
In the basement,
That's
where the
what she
rosary
said.
beads were.
Yeah, that's where she said the bang came from. I didn't hear it because I sleep heavy,
Right.
but when I woke up, I jumped up because she's saying, I think somebody's in the house, and we were only here for maybe 2-3 months at the time. So I ran out of the room, I checked him
No,
first.
he originally thought somebody looked like they were
No,
looking.
that was later. That was
Oh,
later
that was
on when I went back.
Okay.
I ran in his room, checked him. He was out sleeping. Then I checked. The first thing I checked was my stairs, obviously, because that's where she thought the noise came from. But I have a slide lock,
Right.
and that was locked.
Comparable.
Right. So I had that on. So I said, that nobody would have came up and not disrupted that. So I ran into his room, nothing, and then I walked the house and checked everywhere. Everything was fine. All the windows, everything was locked. I go back in, and I'm just getting settled back in to lay down. And just before I closed my eyes, I could have swore. It looked like somebody was standing, and I'll show you later where it was. My bedroom is here. The bathroom door is this way. My bedroom door is this way. And then the basement's over here. So there's only a little cubby hole right there.
And you
on
saw a
3
shadow?
doors. I saw somebody, looked like somebody went like this, and looked over their shoulder into my room. And I froze when I saw it, and they snapped right back quick. And I keep a big Bowie knife in my the bottom drawer of my
Catch that on
nightstand.
camera, by the way.
And I took it out, and I thought for sure there was somebody there. I took it out of the sheath, and the first thing I did was, because I don't know if it's somebody there, if they had a gun or what, my first reaction was to swing my arm, and there was nothing there. 2 seconds later, I walked back in to Tina, and I go, there's nothing there. I said, that was weird. My son screams on top of his lungs. I run in there, and there's no way to think of the path because I was standing in the hallway. And he was standing up on his bed with his hands up, like telling me, to get him, to pick him up. And I grabbed him quick, and I was looking around, and there was nothing.
How old is he?
He's 4.5. He's
4.5.
nonverbal and he has autism, so he can't.
Non-verbal, here's Will.
Yes, he's
Yes.
very well.
Okay, understands exactly what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, that's perfect. And you have never felt or seen anything. By the way, to let you know, there is not just a female, but there is a couple here. Okay, that's important to know. There is a man and a woman here. I don't know if your psychic person told you that, but there's
She
not
said
just
there's
a
only
woman,
only-
but there's also a man here. Could be her husband, could be her brother, could be somebody else, but it's somebody that's attached to her. Okay, so definitely there's two people, if not more, here. This house was built when?
In the 30s.
1930s?
Yeah.
And the history of the house is, again, want to repeat that?
Well, the people we
What
rented
you
from.
know of.
What we know from, the people we rent from, it's his grandparents who owned the house, and they lived in the city, and he would come out every weekend, and he built this house
I think it
himself.
was his parents.
No, his grandparents is definitely. And he,
I wonder if it's both grandparents that are here.
He surprised her with the house.
I feel like couple.
Definitely a couple, yes.
I never felt like I always think that I'm just freaking myself out. If you get chills, like through your whole body, where all you get goosebumps and hair stands up, at night, every night, since this voice thing that I've heard, I've been getting that every single night.
Well, in my
I don't know if it's me
world,
freaking myself out.
well, no, in my world, when I get chills, it's a confirmation that something's happening.
Yeah.
I'll do a reading and I'll get chills and I'll get goosebumps, which means that I'm kind of spot on.
Can I
We'll
just
figure
answer
all
the
that out.
question?
Yes.
My son getting up every night, all of a sudden, like probably for 2 months now, does that have something to do with it? Like,
We're going to find that out.
He's like, he gets up like in a panic.
Where is he?
He's right now sleeping. He's been in our room since he's been getting up every night.
Yeah,
We just put him in there because every night
because of whatever's bothering him, there,
it's
freaks
in
me out.
his room.
Putting him in there.
Okay.
No, whatever.
Well, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to take a base reading. He's not in his room right now, right?
No.
So we can take a base reading in his room, guys. That's what we'll do.
Exactly what we're gonna do.
And
Take a base reading
I'd
in
like
the
to
house.
maybe do some communication with the flashlight inside his room.
Okay.
See if we can pick anybody up. See if we can talk to anybody, and also a voice recorder,
In the box.
and
Spirit box.
definitely the spirit box.
We'll try a few things.
So that's what we're going to do. If you want to do a cut, and we'll
Yeah,
be back.
we're good for now.
Just so you know, everybody, we just actually asked a question if they want their rosary beads to be left alone, and the flashlight came on, boom, just right away. As soon as
There it goes.
there it is, right there. As soon as I mentioned the rosary beads, can you shut off the flashlight for us? Thank you. So we have communication here. We haven't been here for more than 5 minutes really setting up any of the equipment. Matter of fact, we're not even fully finished yet. And we have a reading of,
It's went from 1.7, I'm at 4.7 right now.
which is high, okay? That's on the millimeter. Is that on the millimeter?
That's the
Yeah.
millimeter.
Do you have your K2 around?
It's right there.
And we're on a,
It keeps going.
look at that. The millimeter, it's pinned, guys. It's pinned.
I told you I could feel like cool when understanding.
Is this an older woman that's here with us tonight? If there is an older woman with here tonight, oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
It came on.
She set that down.
No, it wasn't me.
Please turn off the flashlight. I want to ask you a question. Shut it off. Put your energy towards me.
Come stand with me over here.
We have to ask you a question so we know who you are and what you want. Very strong energy.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Jake.
Say
Jake.
Jake. Do you know Jake? Turn on the flashlight if you know Jake.
Was this your home? Was this home built for you? If it was, can you turn on the flashlight for us?
She says yes.
Yeah, she's standing there.
Why are you not turning on the flashlight? You know the answer is yes. Turn it on for me, please. Was this house yours? Thank you. I can feel it in here. I can see her. The way I do readings with people is I see a movie. I saw her going, yes, it is, holding her hands like this.
She's standing like this.
And the confirmation is her turning on that flashlight. Her energy goes towards the flashlight, and that's our confirmation. So, okay. Are there more than 2 of you here? If there are more than 2 of you here, turn on the flashlight for me, please. Yeah. All right, but this is good. It's nothing to worry about. Shut off the light. Thank you. Does anybody in this house need help, you think? Do you want to give a message to them? Please light the flashlight if you have a message for him. Whoa. Do you have a message for Angelo right now?
It's in my ear, actually.
Turned around and is like looking at you.
He knows I'm intimidating to him. It's attached to me. It chills.
Okay, shut off the flashlight. Come over towards me. Thank you. Did you see that?
Yeah, just do it again.
Yeah, there's something
Just
on
went
me.
straight
There's
across.
something on me, yeah. He's attached to me.
I want to know, have you been to Anthony's room? Okay, come to me. Go ahead.
He's attached to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shut off the flashlight, pull away, come towards me.
Right on.
Thank you.
Right on, Chris.
Story of my life. I have them all over.
Now, I'm going to ask you the same questions that Chris had asked you. Do you mean any harm to anybody in this house?
Do you go into his room to speak to little Anthony? Turn on the flashlight. Don't be shy with us. It's okay. See that? It's shut on. Whoever has it yet, can you just put that on silence so it doesn't interrupt anything?
It was actually my landlord.
That's weird. Let me shut this off. Sorry.
Look at this. You see what's
Okay,
going on
everything
here?
going on here. We normally don't do everything, but this is very active. It's strong.
But this flashlight's going crazy now. Do you want us to leave?
Accident.
What did you say?
No.
No,
Do you know anybody named Jenna or anything like that?
Friend of us, name was Jenna.
Can you speak into that for us? Are you waking up little Anthony? You need to light that flashlight if you're the one that's waking him up.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you just hear that?
Oh,
That was
they-
creepy.
they-
It sounded like a guy that time.
No.
Yeah, look at my, look
Yeah,
at my
that
arm.
sounds like a man.
Yeah, it sounded like a guy's
Look
voice.
at that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay. We need to go into his room.
Is that the... Back away from that light. Shut it off. No?
I'm like, oh.
It sounded like
It
help.
sounded like
Do you need our help?
Please talk to us. Do you need our help?
I think there's two different people trying to talk at the same time.
Do you need little Anthony to help you?
No. Is somebody holding you back?
Turn on the flashlight if you need little Anthony to help you. It's okay, we're here to help you also. Turn it on if you need our help.
I had this name in my head. I had Estelle. Something like that.
Estelle?
Something like Estelle.
My grandmother's name was Elvira.
Elvira.
She keeps coming
Just lit up
to
when
me.
you said that.
I-
Look, as soon as you said it, it lit up.
Every time I walk closer to you,
That's why I could get everything to get closer to me.
It's a woman that's on that.
it's her grandmother.
I wonder if it's saying that to help Anthony.
Anthony.
Because that he can't speak.
Yeah, this is so much association you have to do. You have to.
Elvira,
'Cause
can you come to us, Elvira? Please communicate with us. Turn on the flashlight or speak into the box, Elvira. Is this you to help us? To help Anthony? Put all your energy going. Okay, shut it off. Pull away.
I did.
Come to me then.
You can come stand with me. Come stand over here.
Too little to involve him in the investigation. Do you agree, guys?
No, it should be.
Okay, he's okay, just so you know. He doesn't need any help. He's being well taken care of. Does that make you feel better? He's okay. Do you think that he still needs help? Do you think he still needs help?
I think they're looking for help. He's the most innocent, and they're looking for help.
Do you want Anthony to help you? Turn on the flashlight if you want Anthony to help you.
That's what I got. Big time.
That's why I got him.
Because he's innocent. They're
But I
looking-
got the Anthony,
Yeah.
and I said, did you do this before? But he may not have, but he may have. I know he's 4.5. I have a 4-year-old. Do you have a light that's on in this house? In this room?
No, in this room, just
In the
And
kitchen.
behind you.
And behind
behind you
her.
and in the kitchen, yeah.
The light switch is right to the right. Up.
Want me to shut the kitchen?
No, I want him on.
Oh,
Getting dark.
I'm gonna put this on?
Yeah.
Are you looking for little Anthony's help? Can you say that again? Never heard that word. Terrific.
Memories.
Memories. Double.
Are you here watching them, making memories? Say play.
Wide. Deep wide.
We need to relocate.
Okay, there is something on camera, but there's like nothing here.
It's in the case, the spirit box. Oh, it's on the table.
You're recording, sir.
All right, so we're coming down the basement because here's we're getting our highest reading and the most activity on the DVRs with the IR lights. So we're going to all come down here. We're going to take some base readings. We're going to see what the Ivulus has to say, and we're bringing the spirit box down. We're going to place it over here, which is where the rosaries are. It stems the whole trouble right there.
Anthony, explain these rosary beads to me. These are the ones that you were talking about that were taken off.
Yeah, that I told them to leave here and don't touch.
When you moved in, these were here?
Yeah, they were here
Right?
when we moved in.
Now, these the previous owner? Do you know?
No, we don't know, but I'm guessing they were. They were here.
When we moved in, they were here.
They were here and I didn't ask any
Okay,
questions.
so
about
these were removed, right?
Yes.
Like, you didn't want them to
No,
be removed.
I told everybody that was ever down here,
Right.
leave those alone.
Of course,
Just
listen,
don't
of
mess
course,
with them.
somebody takes it,
Yes.
removes it,
Puts it on, and
Puts
then
it
my
around
wife
their
sends
neck.
me a picture
great,
of
And you're
him
like-
wearing it, and I said, tell him, put it back.
right. So,
Put it-
shortly after that, what happened?
That's when everything started happening.
Everything started happening.
that's-
Little Anthony kept on coming
Waking
to the
up.
bed scared.
Yeah, every night coming
You know, you
2:30.
saw somebody in
I
your
saw a shadow
hallway.
in the hallway. Yeah.
So this stems all from
this thing moving.
these rosary
And
beads. Maybe
Jake,
speaking.
who had them on, was down here.
Oh, and
by
everything.
himself.
Yeah.
All the electric went off down here only.
And he heard it banging on the
And he heard
window.
it,
He had
banging.
actually taken them from there and
Not when.
No,
this
not
was
at that
after.
point. This was a couple
This
days
was
later.
A couple days later, he was sitting down here watching TV.
He was by himself
He was
down here.
charging his cell phone. He was by himself. All the electric.
Actually, he was
He was
laying
by
down here.
himself because Brandon was upstairs.
Yep.
All the electric went off downstairs, and he heard a knocking. I was sound asleep. I didn't hear any of it.
I got
The
up.
dogs were barking, and he got up.
I got
and
up
he went
from-
outside to look around.
I got up
Really?
from the dogs barking.
Still, the rosary beads were not put back where they belong.
No, they were
That-
upstairs.
That time they were upstairs.
They were upstairs. That was.
Today,
who brought them up?
Jake did.
No, oh, he did bring them up. Yeah, you asked them
I asked him
To
to
bring
bring
them
them
up.
up after I had
after they were already
a
off.
party. That
Yeah.
party.
okay, so now they're back where they belong.
Yes.
So now we need to find out who was attached to these rosary beads, or if it all even stems from the rosary beads.
Right.
I mean, when we did some readings last week, we came up with some names. We actually even came up with a George today. And was there another name, Ange? that
Well, we had her grandmother Elvira.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Who's
And there was
here
another.
also.
So we
Jeff, you said too.
right, and
You
Jeff.
said, yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to figure out exactly what is going on here. I don't feel that it's evil, but I do feel that it is annoyed. That it was disturbed in one way or another through mocking.
Yeah.
Through mocking. Do you
See
feel
that?
that? Do you feel that, Christina?
Yeah.
I mean, Ange, do you?
That's the feeling that we had. Even when going over all these EVPs and all the stuff we did last week, and you know, my abilities aren't that good, but when I get hooked on something, I tend to really be strong about it. And those beads were mocked
Yeah.
in some way, and that's what really stemming.
I believe these should be left where they are.
That's not a problem.
When we continue our investigation and we find out more of what's going on, then we can, you know, figure out exactly what this whole rosary bead story is and the history more of the home. Because like you said, it was built in the 1930s, and we got this spirit box being a little bit active behind us.
Yeah.
And we actually have a red on the K2 behind you, and it's just so you know, it keeps on flashing back and forth over to now it's on yellow.
Yeah,
and then-
I'm in this way. As I said, with the IR camera, we're able to pick up actually a glow right in this area.
It looked like
And
a flashlight was
AJ
turning on
was
and off.
watching it.
But there's no flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in there with him too. Yeah.
And they were actually seeing a shadow,
like
a shadow person.
It looked like almost like a dime was laying there, and it kept reflecting like.
Oh,
That's what it
really?
looked like to me. It looked like somebody left a dime
and
there.
before, like we said before, there was a shadow person. This is the area that the
Yeah.
shadow
Yeah, it was
person
right over
was
here.
walking back and
It was
forth.
like this.
So that means it's pacing. You know what pacing generally means is that it's disturbed.
Disturbed.
That something's bothering it.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what's bothering it. So we need to either make this shadow person at peace, or we need to you need to coexist together. You need to learn how to coexist together. Are you okay with that? You be able to coexist
Yeah.
with somebody that has passed?
Yeah. I just want to know who it is. I want to see if
Yeah.
it is my grandmother.
It's not evil.
As long as it's not bothering my son, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna help with that.
It's not doing anything
We'll
to me, so
we'll
that's
fix
fine.
all that for you. That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna do. But through our investigations, that's what we're gonna. You know, it doesn't always take one time, and sometimes it takes
And
more
I'm
than two.
curious if it's my grandmother. Why is she asking for help? Like, why?
It just, she doesn't ask for help. Help is in a roundabout way. It's help that you may not even think of. It's something else. Somebody may have did something that they need help in that area to be taken care of. It's not particularly you. It's something in general.
What I would like you to do tonight, with the night vision camera that you supply,
Okay.
come down here with all the lights on. Stand in that corner and take. Ellen? Did you hear that?
Ellen.
Yeah.
Wow, that was clear. That's picking.
I definitely heard a voice. I think it would have said I heard
That
a
was a
voice.
female voice too.
Easily a female's voice.
No, it either said Ellen or Helen. Helen was my grandmother's best friend.
Oh my God, I
But
got
I don't
goosebumps.
have
Goosebumps.
Oh my God. Goosebumps on the arm for sure. I want you to stand in that corner.
Every time you tell me to stand in a corner.
All right, listen. I want you to
coming down
stand.
here.
I want you.
You're gonna come stand in a corner?
I want you to stand in that corner.
Okay.
I want you to take the night vision camera. I want you to take a picture from that over to here. And then I want you to take a picture from over there to the rosary beads. And take a picture, and I want a phone call of what that picture shows.
Okay.
If anything.
They are, the rosary beads are hot, so
3.7.
3.7. So.
And just so you know, guys, there's a pipe up. That's just a water pipe. That's really nothing.
Yeah.
No, that's actually the cold water for outside.
Yeah.
That's the garden hose goes for that.
It's getting very cold. The temperature is check it right here.
That's that thing too, don't
Yeah. It's 78 degrees.
It's getting really cold.
It's dropping. You gotta come down.
That could be the cold. Lights off there, so.
I don't know. It's summer. It's really humid out. Okay, so what we did is we walked around. We went into little Anthony's room. We did some readings. You said you found something kind of in the doorway.
Yeah, we're getting some, right in the hall actually. Just before little Anthony's bedroom, there was a very high reading right there.
Okay, we saw little Anthony sleeping very soundly. So we just kind of want your opinion on the first part of the investigation. What did you think of it? What did you?
I thought it was amazing and very touching.
Did you?
And
So
I
you?
definitely felt my grandmother's presence when Christina was next to me.
Yes, and you saw confirmation.
Yes.
What did you think?
I thought it was unbelievable.
You are a
Over and above,
non-believer
right?
to begin with, huh?
Yeah, I was. I used to be a non-believer.
And now,
Until
what do you
it's
think now after coming and doing an investigation, seeing it live, knowing there's no tricks?
Yeah, I believe 100% now.
Absolutely.
With your permission, we'd like to come back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we'll come back and we'll do a full investigation. And that is with DVR equipment, also like 4 cameras in each room, all night vision, all the lights get shut off. This way we can see what's around the house. Angelo, do you have any last things to say?
No, so thank you for having us here. Okay, I'm looking forward to coming back.
Christina?
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
But that we're able to, you know, at least show them what's here now, so we can get, you know.
I
So
don't
come
think
back.
there's anything that you need to worry about right now. I want a phone call I want Anthony to sleep in his room the next couple nights, see what happens.
Okay.
It does have a light on it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Got a little red eye looking at me. I'm gonna leave now. No, but let's give that a try. I did a couple things. I'm gonna see if that works. If that doesn't work, we have to go with some heavier artillery.
All right.
Which we definitely will do. So with your permission, we will come back. Call me within the next few days. Tell me if anything has changed,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there.
And
Thank you
especially
very
if
much.
anything has
Thank you very
happened
much.
further, you just give us a call.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Young lady.
Thanks, bye.
There it is. We'll cut.
Keep your hands with the road.
And he's been getting up lately in the middle of the night, and he normally doesn't, and has been waking up between 2 and 2:30. So they're thinking that maybe there's something in his room. So what we're gonna go do right now is go check it out, see what we could do to help them, and figure out who's saying help and what's going on.
Okay, here we are. We just arrived.
Just arrived.
Okay.
It's a little longer with Angelo driving than I thought, you know?
How GPS
Someone's GPS.
wasn't a good
gave us the
GPS.
wrong
So here is the property. Okay, we're gonna walk up to the door right now, so we'll give a little introduction on the way.
Alright, so the little bit of information that I have is the house was built in the 1930s. A husband built it for his wife as a surprise. So that's all we have right now on it. So we'll see what we got when we go inside.
And like we said in the car, that they feel that the son may be feeling something, and they had a psychic party here.
Yeah, and they heard some voices on the recorder over their readings. But it also says here that when they moved into the house, that there was a set of rosary beads hanging.
Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta get that picture of that.
Yeah, and they have never moved them. So
Okay, good.
that's great.
Let's go take a walk. Let's go see what we get. Hi. How are you? We have a lot of equipment here.
All right.
I'm Chris.
And Christina?
Nice to meet you.
And I'm Angelo.
How you doing?
I'm coming in.
How are you?
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so the way we're going to work this is we're going to sit down here
Okay.
and we're going to ask you a couple questions. What you felt, what you think might be, what's been going on, and then we're going to run our equipment. We're going to see what we can. We're going to close out for a second. We're going to then put everything on a tripod, and then we're going to do the interview. So we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask some questions. Why did you call us out? What is your concerns?
My concern is I had a psychic, weird things have been happening since, actually even before we moved here, so we don't know if something came with us when we moved here, but stuff has been happening with our son as a baby, right? And I had a psychic party last week,
Well,
and
just so you know, I'm old and I'm deaf. Can't hear you for nothing. So you might want to speak up.
okay, I had a psychic party last week.
A psychic party.
Yes.
Those are fun.
Yes, it was fun. It was really fun. Everybody recorded their readings. My husband went last. He recorded his reading, and then when everybody left, we were listening to each other's readings, and something came across on his reading.
And what came across?
A voice saying help.
Female, male,
Can't tell.
Can't tell.
non-descriptive?
Everybody I play it to, somebody says it sounds like a little kid,
Somebody said it
an
sounds like an
older
old lady.
woman.
Yeah.
It's always different. Everybody that I show it to.
Okay,
says
can I hear that?
Yeah, sure.
It's within the first few
Yes,
seconds. But
7
like,
seconds.
The first time like you missed
I know I
it.
was with this woman by myself.
Does it sound like a whisper?
It's yeah,
more
it's like
like a-
somebody whispering into
Like
it.
talking right up to the phone, and he had the phone on the counter.
Do it again?
That was the harsh voice.
Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just go up to the camera and just play it to the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually if you do it twice, you can hear it better. 'Cause the first time you
On our way to our investigation out in Sound Beach. We're going to be driving out there. We're going to be talking to the people. And we're going to actually film our way out there. We'll tell you more about this investigation on the journey out there. Anything you want to add, Ange?
That's it. I'm just waiting for Christina to get here so we can be on our way. We're all loaded. We have all our hand equipment, so that'll be good. And something's biting my leg out here.
Oh, great.
Alright, we're back in the...
Okay, we're on our way to the investigation. Angelo is driving, as you can see. So we should be there all within
2 minutes.
2 minutes on a 45-minute drive that it would take me. In the back here we have Christina.
Hello.
Hi Christina, do you want to give us an update what this is about, seeing that you know more about this?
Yeah. Sorry, I have my sunglasses on. It's a little bright for my eyes. Basically what happened was a friend of a friend, they had a psychic reading at their house. They recorded the session, and then after everyone left, they listened to it, and over everyone's voice, over them speaking, they heard help. So they decided to leave the recorder out overnight, and they heard it again on another recording, and they have a son who is autistic.
miss it a little.
I heard it right away.
I know it spooked me out when I.
Again? Okay,
That's good.
that's great.
I hear a woman. That's what I hear, but...
Now, the psychic also told us, because there's been rosary beads hanging from the ceiling in the basement since we moved in. We don't touch them, just left them there.
We didn't touch them.
We didn't touch
Until
them. My daughter's boyfriend put them on.
My boyfriend put them on and was walking around in the basement. And I told everybody, do not touch
Touch
them, leave them where they are, and
And
he put them on.
So I have a
Now,
question.
yeah, me too.
After the... I'm sorry, go ahead, Ange.
Did things start to happen after he touched the rosary beads? I know.
my son
Yeah,
waking up
he started
at
waking
2
up.
o'clock, between 2 and 2:30 every
Right
night.
after that incident.
Probably
Yeah, we
a few
can't-
days.
Yeah, we're really not sure.
I mean, within a day or two, I mean...
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
We just know that it was close.
Okay, so
So you could have interrupted something.
it's an attachment.
Yeah, it was never touched.
Because we didn't think of anything really until we heard this voice.
Did you
That is
speak
starting
to
to come together.
the past homeowners regarding those rosary beads?
We didn't, but
No,
when we had the psychic here, she said at the end that she heard a voice saying rosary beads in her head throughout everybody's reading.
Before she knew there were rosary beads
Before
here?
she even knew. And then she asked, is there something to do with rosary beads? And then I told her about the rosary beads in the basement, and she
Told her
said
about
it's
it, putting them
an
on.